Hey everyone, if you're looking for a comfortable way to get your cardio in without wrecking your knees or back, this Spirit Fitness XBR25 Recumbent bike might be exactly what you need. I've been using it for a few weeks now, and I'm really happy with how smooth and quiet it is. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. One of the first things that stood out to me was how comfortable this bike is. The seat is big, padded, and has this cooling mesh back. I've sat on a lot of exercise bikes that feel like they are made of plastic or vinyl, and after 20 minutes you're basically sitting in your own sweat. But the mesh here lets air flow through, so even during a longer session, it doesn't feel too hot or sticky. Plus, it's adjustable, so whether you're 5 feet 2 inches or 6 feet 5 inches, you can find a position that works for you. I've used it while watching TV, listening to podcasts, and even during Zoom calls. It's that quiet. You won't be disturbing anyone in the next room. The display is another thing that surprised me. It's a 7.5-inch bright blue backlit screen, and it's super easy to read even in a dimly lit room. It shows your time, distance, speed, calories, and heart rate, all the basics you'd want. I like that it tracks your heart rate through the hand pulse grips, so you don't have to wear a chest strap if you don't want to. It's not the fanciest screen out there, but it does the job without any fuss. I've used it for steady-state cardio and interval training, and it keeps up with everything I throw at it. Now, the resistance system is where this bike really shines. It's got a 20-pound flywheel and 20 levels of resistance, so whether you're just starting out or you're more advanced, there's always room to challenge yourself. I've found that the first few levels are great for warming up or cooling down, and by level 10 or 12, it starts to feel like a real workout. The resistance is smooth too, no jerky starts or sudden drops. It feels like you're pedaling on a real bike, just without the bumps in the road. I've used it for everything from light recovery rides to high-intensity intervals, and it handles it all without any issues. Another thing I appreciate is how stable this bike is. It's got a solid frame, and even when I'm pedaling hard or standing up to reach something, it doesn't wobble or shake. The base is wide and has these little stabilizers on the bottom, so it stays put on hardwood floors or carpet. I've also noticed that the pedals have these straps, which is great for keeping your feet secure. I've had bikes in the past where my feet would slip off during a hard push, but that hasn't happened once with this one. The assembly was a bit of a process, though. It's not super complicated, but it does take some time. The instructions are clear enough, but you'll need a few tools handy, nothing fancy, just a wrench and a screwdriver. I'd recommend setting aside an hour or two to put it together, and maybe having someone help you lift the heavier parts. Once it's up, though, it's ready to go, and you won't have to worry about it falling apart mid-workout. I've also been really happy with the warranty. Spirit Fitness offers a pretty solid 1 year on parts and labor, and 10 years on the frame. That gives me a lot of confidence, especially since this is an investment piece. I know not everyone's going to use it every day, but if you do, it's nice to know you're covered if something goes wrong. So, what don't I like? Well, the only real downside I've found is the size of the screen. It's bright and easy to read, but it's not a touch screen or anything fancy. If you're used to working out with apps or streaming classes, you'll have to use a separate tablet or phone. It's not a deal breaker, but it's something to keep in mind if you're looking for a more high-tech experience. Overall, though, I'm really happy with this bike. It's comfortable, quiet, and gives me a solid workout without any fuss. Whether you're recovering from an injury, dealing with joint pain, or just want a low-impact way to stay active, this bike is a great choice. It's not the cheapest option out there, but it's built to last, and it's definitely worth the investment if you're serious about your fitness. If you're thinking about picking one up, the link is below. I've had a great experience with it, and I think you will too. Happy pedaling!